Hey everybody, it's Galmadex, and today marks the official start of Streets of New Capenna spoiler season. So as you can see behind me here, we are mere minutes away from the start of the big introductory video to the set where they're going to spoil us some of the most exciting cards, definitely going to show us all the mechanics for the different families, and give us a bit of the lore, so I'm super excited for this video, as I was for the Kamigawa one. And without further ado, let's see what they have in store for us on the streets of New Capenna.
Okay.
Wow, this is fancy. Oh my god. I came way underdressed.
Well, it's a classy joint and it's a special occasion.
Oh, exactly. And New Capenna is not just a new set, but it's an entirely new setting for Magic. A towering vertical metropolis founded by angels and built out of glass, steel, and gold.
Oh yeah, but in the years since, it has fallen into the hands of 5 demonic crime families, all fighting for the biggest piece of that city-shaped pie.
Still, even with all that crime and corruption, New Capenna is thriving. So if you got the smarts, the moxie, and you're in with one of those 5 families, you could be headed right to the top. And that's a great place to be in this city.
This is so flavorful.
We're going to be talking to our
Becca's dress is so goddamn shiny.
and their most powerful.
I'm just monkey brain. Just bright lights.
Their shield mechanic, which you can see here.
Ooh.
Discipline.
Alright, new mechanic.
Disciplined Duelist. Green, white, blue for a 2/1 creature. Human citizen with double strike, and Disciplined Duelist enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. If it would be dealt damage or destroyed, remove a shield counter from it instead.
That's a pretty great mechanic. That's, I don't remember what it's... Divine Shield in Hearthstone is what it's called. But, yeah, that's really powerful. Hard to cast green, white, blue, but 2/1 double striker that prevents all the damage dealt to it the first time.
They count as modifications. Say you were going to do a little mixing and matching with some neon dice.
I like it. I like that mechanic.
Velkospara Pact Weaver. 1 green, white, blue for a 3/3 legendary creature, Bird Demon. Ooh, okay, I see. Yeah, he's not exactly...
That's an incredible commander.
Mr. Spara here trades in favors, and he's perfectly willing to call those in and revoke his...
Look at the top card of your library and just keep casting stuff as long as you have counters on your cards. You do still have to pay the mana cost, but that's like a Courser Crucifix. Experimental Frenzy, more like it.
Pretty noble goal.
Sure, but try
Incredibly powerful.
Parry the Pulverizer.
Parry the...
Oh, Perry got his own story. That was pretty great.
White blue for a 3/3 legendary creature, Rhino Soldier. Wow,
Okay.
this Rhino doesn't mess around.
It's Commander time. Let's go. You know how we do.
Yeah, he puts a shield counter on somebody and then he gets real big and smashes on through. Yeah, it looks like this guy's on the up and up.
Yep, fun commander for sure.
Our next family, the Obscura, are a group of blackmailers and con artists aligned with white, blue, and black mana. Their skills
When you explain it like that, I'm kind of into the Obscura.
dig up dirt and rewrite some headlines from behind the scenes.
Sounds pretty slick.
Thanks to their signature mechanic, Connive, they're pretty good at staying a step ahead. Check it out here on the card Ledger Shredder.
Ledger Shredder. 1 in a blue for a 1/3 bird advisor with flying, and whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, Ledger Shredder connives. To connive, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on it.
Nice, so the Obscura are just going to have a lot of looting in their color pair, and they're going to get a bunch of counters as they loot.
Right here.
Pretty strong.
It's completely above board. Really?
A lot of card selection for them, for sure.
Rafine, Scheming Seer. White blue.
This was spoiled already with the story articles, I believe.
All right, so
Or no, it's spoiled on Command Zone.
and evasion and protection? Hey, not a bad start. Especially once you start racking up them counters with Connive.
And just like you'd expect from a boss, she does her best work when you've got as many eyes and ears on the ground as possible.
Kami's Obscura Oculus. 1 white, blue, black for a 2/4 legendary creature, Cephalid Rogue. Gotta say, the bioluminescence is on point.
Hey, just because the work's not pretty.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's impressive how well she manipulates combat without actually getting her hands dirty. She can just sit back and take notes while other creatures do all that heavy lifting.
That's her MO.
Yeah, it's
Using
pretty wild.
through walls
Big
and
buffs on 2 of your attacking creatures. Unblockable and double strike.
It's the mark of a good Obscura agent. If you've done your job right, no one knows you were even there in the first place.
Lord Xander the Collector. 4 blue, black, red for a 6/6 legendary
Also
creature
spoiled in the
and
Command
by a
Zone.
Demon Noble. The coat alone.
The Cabaret Lord was as well.
Knows what being the boss is all about.
The Maestro's signature mechanic, Casualty, which we have on the
Casualty, that's a name for a mechanic. That's sick.
Blue for an instant with Casualty 1. As you cast this spell, you may sacrifice a creature with power 1 or greater. When you do, copy this spell.
Interesting.
That seems fine. Just a little sit down, just a little bit of one on.
So they're like
Sure, nothing bad will happen.
like a sacrifice mechanic like Devour, but you can't just abuse it with like really small creatures and tokens. Because there could be big spells that have like Casualty 5.
You wanted to sacrifice.
That's really interesting. I like
Pick
that.
up another card from your library.
The Maestro's
Also, for the sacrifice mechanic to be in Grixis is interesting too, instead of Jund. But it's a sacrifice and instant sorcery matters mechanic. That's super neat. I like
Every
it.
spell I cast could have Casualty. Then I'd like to introduce you to Xander's right-hand man and leader of the Maestro's Massacre Commander deck, and hello, the Painter.
And hello, the Painter. Blue, black, red for a 1/3 legendary creature vampire assassin. And hello to you too. He looks like trouble. Death touch, not bad.
That's gonna be another probably pretty absurd commander.
He loves his job.
I mean, I love my
Being able to copy every instant sorcery spell
And hello,
that you cast off of your 3-drop commander. You have to consistently have a way to get like 2/2s out, but
Assassination is the medium of choice.
definitely seems sick.
They were the workers and artisans who helped build New Capenna, and they can break it, or some kneecaps, just as easily. They're experts in everything from demolition to intimidation to loosening a few choice bolts to help along those unfortunate accidents.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Riveteers are so funny to me because it's like they're the workers, they're the working class, they're the union people,
Love a good fight.
they're Jund. Those are 3 incredibly popular things among the Magic the Gathering content creator community. So literally every content creator I've ever seen is just like, yeah, I'm Riveteers. Like, I don't know.
6/6 legendary creature, demon.
Ooh,
Okay, so putting this whole demon dragon thing aside, with her sacrifice ability, I don't know if she's the best person in town to work for.
You'd be surprised. Ziatora is quite proud of her family and what they've done for the city. Her ability is really just making sure they're firing on all cylinders.
that's a super sick commander
A
too.
little more context,
They're all awesome commanders.
which you can see on
Blitz.
Jaxis the Troublemaker. 3 in a red for a 2/3 legendary creature, human warrior. She can be cast by paying her blitz cost of 1
Ooh,
in a red. If you
that's
cast
really
a spell
interesting.
for its blitz cost, it gains haste, and when this creature dies, draw a card. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Okay.
Like, it's a mechanic we've seen before, but we haven't seen like the slapped on draw card to it. That makes it pretty strong, I think.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it, right? She's
Because the big downside of those things is like you get your 1 swing and then you're down a card because your card's just gone forever. But now you still just get the card back afterwards. Sure, it's a random card instead of a good creature, but
all right, Jen.
interesting mechanic. I like it.
She's giving it out. She's making it rain for a cost.
The mechanics are all on point this set.
Together so you can cast her normally if you're thinking long term. But if you need to access her ability right now, hit your opponents with something they didn't see coming maybe, you can pay the blitz cost, get her running a little faster, and then trade off if she clocks out early.
Nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, hey, even if you take the quick and dirty
She's also like a Kiki-Jiki, and Kiki-Jiki's absurdly powerful.
advantage. And now,
But she's got a mana cost and a discard associated with her tap ability, so unlikely to lead to any infinites like Kiki-Jiki does.
Get the job done. As long as you pay them what they're due. And they
What is that? What is that? I don't even know. Is it? I don't know. It was so dapper. So dapper. I want that one.
Black, red, and green for a 3/3 legendary creature, Devil Rogue. Said the magic word with Commander for this
I
one.
know, right? That's what I'm saying. The blitz, kind of like a built-in sneak attack, but better. Well, I love the cost on that one. Okay.
So he looks like
That's a fun commander.
about everything.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Cast all your big cards with Blitz.
Fix you up.
So you just haste out your giant cards and sack them at the end step. So really good with cards like Phyrexian Triniform and Protean Hulk. That's going to be a cool commander for sure.
Jetmir, Nexus of Rebels. 1 red, green.
So we've seen Jetmir before as well. Very, very good commander if you want to build a Naya tokens deck. Because once you get that board wide, that is a huge Anthem effect,
Double strike.
making all your creatures very threatening.
Guy who knows how to have a good time, especially if everybody's coming through in groups of 3.
Jetmir's a generous guy, and he loves it when someone new joins the party, which is actually the basis of the Cabaret mechanic, Alliance, seen here on Devilish Valet.
Devilish Valet. 2 in a red for a 1/3 creature Devil Warrior with Trample, Haste, and Alliance. Whenever another creature enters
Very simple mechanic, but it definitely works flavorfully.
power until end of turn.
Just whenever another creature enters the battlefield, trigger this thing.
Yeah, he'll check that for you if you want. That's a good friend right there.
I'm sure you'll get it back eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait a second. Now I'm realizing Devilish Valet, and then you just play some big token producer, make like 5 tokens.
Cabaret are always really
You just win on the spot, don't you?
Even if
1 goes to 2.
Nobody likes
Your second card that you play makes it go to 4. Your third creature makes it go to 8. Your fourth creature makes it go to 16. Your fifth creature does make it go to 32. So if you can make 5 creature tokens in 1 turn,
politician or a celebrity.
it's over.
Back pocket.
Kit Kanto, Mayhem Diva. One
So
red
Cabaret are really just like the great token synergy
creature, Cat Bard Druid.
family.
Kitty Commander, yes please.
Commander, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta build a new cat deck then.
I think you'll find you'll have the time of your life living it up with the Cabaret.
Just never go home.
No, just never go home. That's it. It's like
You can't
Vegas.
leave, right? But who needs to leave when
Why
it's so
would you?
great?
Why would you want to leave? That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, that's what Jetmir wants to know. No, really.
Cabaret are the Hotel California.
I'm convinced.
Never hurts to stash something away for a rainy day. You never know who you're gonna cross. Which brings us to a returning mechanic all the way from back in Lorwyn. Hideaway.
We do get Hideaway. People speculated it because we got it in a secret lair.
4 and a blue for an enchantment with Hideaway 5. When this enchantment enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, then put the rest on the bottom in a random order. Oh, okay.
Hideaway is such a fun mechanic. So you hide something away out of your top several cards, and whenever you meet a certain trigger, you get to cast that card for free. It's a different trigger for every card, which is what's so cool about it. So much design space for it.
Absolutely. I think we're gonna head over and hear a little bit about the planeswalkers for this set and any special.
Oh, here we go.
going on.
We get to see new Elspeth,
Oh, you two watch yourselves.
new Obnixilis, and new
I think we'll be alright.
Got your back if you got mine.
Vivian.
No doubt.
See you, Jay.
The Halo trade.
Halo, you say?
Yes. Halo is a mysterious
The angel dust.
magical resource that pretty much fuels the entire plane. You can use it to power machines, to craft magic items, to enhance spell casting, and you can even serve it up as a refreshment, just like in our next preview card, Halo Fountain.
Halo Fountain. 2 and a white for an artifact.
Very shiny.
Ooh, this is very shiny. I love this.
Oh. Oh yeah, I would love to see it.
Whoa, okay, untap 15 tapped creatures you control, you win the game.
Sign me up for it. I mean, they
I
really-
mean, and most
Every alternate win condition automatically becomes $1 million, so
this party on New Capenna. I mean, like,
that'll be a fun time.
that's important. Then
Definitely great for Cabaret decks with a ton of
just
tokens.
flexing on them. They're just like, eh.
I mean, that's basically the problem in a nutshell. Ultimately, there's just not enough to go around, and that's starting to be a real problem for New Capenna. Before now, Elsbeth's only memories of her home plane was in a Phyrexian dungeon where she was held as a child. So this is really her first time to get out and experience and see New Capenna. And to celebrate her homecoming, let's take a look at
Yeah, it's wild that she was in a Phyrexian dungeon so recently. My green screen's just gonna be mad right now.
Counter on it. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And a -7 of create 5. 3/3 white angel creature.
She's cool. She's a cool planeswalker. I don't think she's gonna make much of an impact because of how good the Wandering Emperor is
with the costuming on the set.
in Standard, but obviously still gonna be busted and limited as all planeswalkers are.
Fantasy elements and armor to make a look for someone like Elsbeth that's both fashionable but also practical. So you've seen here all 3 pieces. We have 3 versions of her art. We have her borderless art and her Art Deco versions as
I
well.
really love
Can't pick a favorite. They're all too good.
the Art Deco styles in the set that we've seen on the basic lands and stuff.
Xander is the one with the historical knowledge of the plane. She needs to uncover the truth about the Phyrexian invasion for
So I feel like they filmed this before they decided that they were gonna do all the story articles before spoiler season.
try and force her to cross.
Because a lot of this is like, we could already have read the entire story, which I've gotten the footnotes of the whole story, read the first 3 chapters, I think. So I already know all of this information. So a lot of this is like a quick kind of
known as the
just refresher.
If you're gonna show up to the party, show up.
You
in
gotta
your
show
bed.
up. That's what I'm saying.
Obnixilis is looking good.
Excellent.
It's an pendulum name. I mean, I don't think he likes it, but I do.
Yeah.
He is out here stunting on him. He's dressing the part. I mean, someone's got to rock those pinstripes.
Oh, we saw our chance and we took it. So she's also got some leads on what Phyrexia is planning, which gets her to join forces with Elspeth. And before long, they are caught up between
Yeah, there's
war
a
between
lot
them. Trying to
of
protect a girl named
story that I already know.
Gala greeters. 1 in a green for a 1/1 creature, elf druid.
Yes, this is a very powerful card.
And this is our first ever regionalized promo. So every
Choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. You put a restriction on it. That's sad.
celebration from a historical
I can't just play Hordling Outburst turn 2 and make this a 4/4?
North America English release, and you can keep an eye out during spoiler season for previews of the art from the other parts of the world.
I guess the problem is because it makes a treasure token that can go infinite really easily with a lot of things. If you could spend 1 mana to get a creature out.
Very much. So every 3-color card in our set, each one
But
of them
hey,
has
Mana Echoes already goes infinite with a lot of things.
Golden Age treatment.
Ooh, that is
Ooh.
Let's go.
Yeah, those are spicy.
Through inspiration from the architecture and kind of art deco in that frame design. And now your gold cards will also come with extra gold. If you want to double down on it, you will probably be interested in the gilded treatment featuring a 3D gold hot stamp.
Yes, sign me up for that.
man.
Whoa. Oh yeah, those are fancy looking foils.
Oh my goodness, Lauren, this looks amazing.
Time to skedaddle.
I'm ready for the one more thing.
Well, everyone, it sounds like it's just about time to choose a
They have to do it every time now.
class and live the high life in New Capenna.
Oh, about that. Personally, I'm thinking for me, Cabaret.
Ooh, great choice. Love that for you.
Little party life at home. What are you thinking?
Me, I'm thinking the Riveteers. You know, we get in there, we brawl a little bit, we get things done. Lauren?
I'm definitely going with the Obscura. They know everything that's happening in New Capenna, and I like to know what's going on.
I'm all about those maestros. If I'm doing that assassinating, I'm doing it in style.
Awesome.
Love that for you. Okay.
Well, whatever family you end up picking, make sure you grab New Capenna. It's out in pre-release April 22nd on Magic Online and Magic Arena, April 28th, and in stores
Right.
April 29th.
Pretty excited.
Until next time, everyone.
Very close now. 21 days till Arena.
Bye.
Only like 15 till paper. There's Urabrask. 5 mana haste, 4/4 at the beginning of your upkeep. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it this. Oh. I gotta go check out the YouTube version. Alright, so the one more thing is just that the Phyrexians are still coming. Urabrask's in the story, I haven't read, but what I've heard is that he seems much more chill than all the others. So that's pretty cool. There's a weekly MTG, but I don't think I'll be reacting to that. That was an alright reveal. I think that would have been a pretty phenomenal reveal like the Kamigawa one if it weren't for the fact that so much of that was already spoiled. That ended up a little awkward. Felt like they probably recorded that before they decided that they were going to do all the story stuff before spoiler season started, because with the story articles we got all the information that they were talking about lore-wise, and with the big story video on the Command Zone, we got 3 out of the 5 different lords of the family. So much of that was stuff that we had already seen or already knew, which definitely put a big hindrance on it. That being said, I still really like a lot of the mechanics. I think Hideaway especially, that's going to be really fun to play around with, but all of the mechanics for the different families are going to play pretty well in Limited. And yeah, I'm just super excited to see how the set shapes up, and I'm definitely going to be doing tons of videos when it comes out, as always. But yeah, I'm gonna give that reveal like a 5 out of 10. Again, if all the lore and the family leaders hadn't already been spoiled, that would probably be like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. But that really kind of took the wind out of it, at least for me. So very, very average reveal, in my opinion, but still cool, still very excited for the set. Still seems like some great mechanics to play around with, but that is going to end the video. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Magic Arena.